somebody says there are also 3 types of foods that we consume. Yes, there are, and I think it's not just the 3, but I think there are 4 or 5 types. I think it depends on, I think 4 types. Ones that you can swallow, ones that you can eat, ones that you can suck, and there is one more. I'm sorry, I don't know that too well, but I could get back to you, Pradeep, and tell you about that. Abhilasha Kabra says, but still leaves me confused as to what is happiness. All right, Abhilasha, happiness is just inside of you. Learn to recognize it, and I can give you a very, very easy solution to how to actually tread this path of happiness. It's very simple. Just do things for other people. Very, very simple. Just do things for other people. Don't think of yourself first. Think of somebody else first. So think about your family, think about your children, your husband, whoever's in your house. Think about people that work in your house. Think about everybody. Think about them. Have some empathy for them. And, it will just automatically come to you. You really don't have to do very much. It's very easy. And don't look for it in things. Don't think that, if I buy this particular thing, I'm going to suddenly sort of, get it's going to make me really happy, because it's not. Once that thing is actually, you've sort of enjoyed it for that day or 2 days or 3 days, after that, you're actually going to go into a slump. And so it's going to be a never-ending cycle of ups and downs, unless you realize that you're not going to get happiness out of this. And by the way, happiness doesn't come from things. Happiness comes from having meaningful relationships. So cultivate that instead. Cultivate that. And like I said, please just, forget about yourself. Do things for other people. I hope that explains it, Abhilasha.
Beena, I thank you so much for your lovely explanation. Having said that, just few days back, I was exposed to the idea of self-love, saying that unless I fill my cup, whatever is there in my cup, that is the only thing I'll be able to give to others. Now, when you are saying don't think about yourself and think about others, it confuses me even more. Okay, what do I do now? What about the concept of self-love? And
are you happy? Let me ask you a question, Abhilasha. Are you happy with yourself as you are now?
I wouldn't say I'm happy all the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm happy and sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm in the state of confusion. And yes, one thing is there, Beena, that I have been studying and looking for happiness, but lately.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here's the thing. The thing is that when we say that, you should be happy, and then only you can spread happiness, because the thing is that if you are constantly in a state of need, you need happiness, then you're looking out for it from outside. All right. While we're saying that your essential nature is actually happiness. And how do you get that? You get that happiness through actually being content with every situation. So what you have to do is that, things are going to happen to you. Situations are going to come. Situations are going to happen to you constantly, and they're going to shake you up and down. But try and maintain your equanimity in those situations. And every time a situation comes, it actually takes you to the next rung of your own wisdom. Because what you've done is you've learned something from that particular lesson. So treat any problems that come your way as just a stepping stone to something else. And that's going to make you actually much happier, because what you're going to do is you're going to say, oh, I handled this better. I handled that better. I handled that better. Try and maintain your equanimity, because life is this cyclical. There is cyclical nature in life. There are going to be ups and downs. And that's why we are here, to experience all of that and to see how we handle all these situations. Right? So just try and manage every situation that comes to you. You're going to come to a point where you say, okay, fine, I'm happy with the way I'm doing things. And that is your self-love. That is going to be what you will call self-love. You are going to like it. But another good thing, and I've learned that in my own life, is just be happy Just be happy yourself, and the happiness just emanates from you and goes to every single corner of everything that you actually meet and everybody that you touch. So, just be a happy person. And I'm not saying to just put on something, but you will actually be happier when you know that you are able to handle the situation. But think about life as a learning, a constant learning. Don't let it get you down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because a situation that takes you down is next thing is going to take you up also. It is cyclical. All right?
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Veena.
Feel free to call me if you like, and we can discuss this further. So, no
Sure.
problem.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Somebody,
Veeraji,
Sunita.
I'm sorry. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, Veeraji, I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. Thank you everyone for your questions, but we are actually running out of time.
Yeah.
So I'll take the questions ahead, and Veeraji and I can respond to all the questions via email. Now,
Okay.
I would actually request our Chief of Faculty, Ashit Ghosh ji, to honor us by presenting a vote of thanks.
Sure.
It was a great session, Veena-ji. When I was listening to you and the way you were carrying the discussions from the east to the west, with so much of information, with so much of inputs, substantiating the philosophy that you are talking about, what I was thinking of you is you are not actually a speaker. You are a spiritual surgeon. You are dissecting. I mean, I appreciate the topic that you have created, and your presentation aptly substantiates the topic, decoding of happiness. Happiness is an abstract phenomenon, and decoding an abstract phenomenon, initially I thought how you're going to do it, and now I know that a lot of hard work has gone behind. I know how much of studies you have done, how much of reflections you have made. So we are all very grateful to you for creating such a comprehensive presentation which answers most of the questions. I know while I say that, you have handled the theoretical aspects of happiness. And lastly, it comes to the questioners who have brought it down to the practical aspect, the question which our Vilasha Kavra has been asking. And she was looking at the practical ramifications of what you were saying. So it becomes a complete top-down, right? You have handled all the details from all corners. And immediately there can be a little confusion, but when we sleep on this, I'm pretty sure a lot of data will get into our mind and we'll be able to crystallize it and will form an inspiration to live a happy life. So I first of all offer my thanks to the speaker of this evening, Veena Miss Chandani ji, and she has done a wonderful job of decoding happiness. And all the members, about 33 of them I see, many of them joined us new. All of you have come because all these are fruitful when you are around. So as an audience, I would, without mentioning each one particularly, I would certainly like to offer my thanks to the whole audience. And third, although I'm part of the organization, taking myself a little away, I would certainly like to offer my thanks to Rtambhara Wellness, who is organizing this series of valuable lectures, valuable inputs, the need of the hour. And I'm pretty sure those of you who are attending the same are appreciating this work which is done by our organization. So I would like to thank all the members of Rtambhara Wellness who have worked so hard in materializing today's talk as well as the series of talks. So it has been a great experience. And thank you very much for being here, and all the very best to you. And I wish you good night from my own side, everyone. Thank you very much.
Ashish. Thank you.
Thank you, Asitji. I'm extremely thankful to Veena-ji for this wonderful session. On behalf of all the participants and the members of Team Rtambhara, I would just like to announce our upcoming programs at Rtambhara. Sunday, 9th August, we have a yoga program starting at 7 a.m. by Umesh Dhagatji about boost your immunity. Tuesday, 11th August, we have a very special program for all of you on music for healthy people and a healthy planet by Grammy Award winner, Mr. Ricky Cage. We look forward for your active participation. Thank you everyone once again on behalf of Team Rtambhara. Thank you so much for your presence and participation today. Thank you, Beenaji, once again for this amazing session.